Hey, what's up everybody on YouTube and the group pages that I post this on. Gonna start off my videos like I always normally do. Oh, all right. Just realized, hold on, let me set my phone up really quick. Okay. I wanted to get a Speedo app because I want to actually see what speed we're getting. You should be able to hear me pretty good on this bike. Oh, I should have tried the USB port to see if that worked or not. It's kind of loose. Ugh. Oh, dang it. Rookie mistake. All right, let's go this way. Yeah, I don't know if I would trust this thing in traffic. Maybe in a smaller city, more compact, but on wide open roads and stuff like that, probably not. Riding this bike, it legit makes me feel like it's an electric bike. I know they say it crosses the lines, but if you compare it to the Sur-Ron, just stock, even compared to the Sur-Ron stock, this bike is a bit slower. And I will be mentioning the Sur-Ron a lot because that's the only bike I have to compare. Oh man, I do not like that. I come off the seat when I hit those bumps. Oh, I wanted to mention too, I also reset the miles, so we'll know exactly how far we go. Let's just switch it into sport because I'm not trying to be an actual bike. I want to actually ride it on the street. But it had, don't get me wrong, it has good torque. I don't like the grips though. Definitely there needs to be some actual like rubber grips because these are plastic. And oh, I do not like these grips like whatsoever. Ooh, coppers. They're probably gonna be after me. I got my little signal on. I gotta remember to start doing that now. And then I gotta remember to turn it off. But when the battery's fully charged, because I did charge it all last night, I made sure it was up there, 83.5 volts. I mean, it moves really good. I don't know what happened to my Speedo app. I need to get that back on because I really need to know like how fast I'm going. Let me pull in here real quick. I don't know why it turned off. I said in my last video, if you didn't see it, but this bike free coasts when you let off the gas. Let me get that going again. I don't know why that stopped. Phone's tripping out. All right, hold on. All right, that didn't work. One more time. Okay, it's on now, so I don't know if it's gonna turn off or not, but it's kind of weird. Oh man, they need to work on this suspension though. It is not comfortable. It needs to be softer for me. It feels like in a car when you hit a really big pothole, you feel it in the whole car, you feel it in your ass. You know how you kind of have a lowered Honda Civic or something, you pucker up because you know you're about to hit that pothole and your suspension travel's not that great because you lowered the shit out of it. That's kind of what this bike feels like. I totally don't mind how this bike gets up to speed. I feel like my wheels are unbalanced, like I need to re-inflate them and mess with them a little bit. But hey, I mean, the bike gets up there. I mean, what were we doing, like 40, I think it said 48. I don't know if I had the GoPro facing down on it, but I mean, it gets there. I just feel like with this bike, I actually have to stay in the bike lane until it, like, unless I upgrade it or something. But I don't know, I'll figure it out. I know I talked to John Angel, and he told me about changing the Kelly controller and all that kind of stuff. So I need to add more power to this bike. It just needs that little tiny bit more just to move. That's all it really needs. Torque is there, it's fine, but the top end speed, it just, for me, it needs to be up there a little bit more. I think that should be totally doable by editing the settings in the controller. I do have an Android phone, and I did try to connect it. Oh my god, okay, this road's bad. In the Sur-Ron, no. In this bike, yes. I'm surprised no one mentions it in the videos that you can feel these bumps, like, really bad. I kind of want to go that way. I haven't been this way before. Woo! I also got a domino throttle for this bike. I ordered it on eBay. Oh, this is actually a pretty cool spot to take some pictures or something. I did not know about this little back spot. That's kind of cool. Damn, I'm gonna take my bike here one of these days. Hold up, I'm gonna get a picture of it real quick. I'm gonna stop you guys, and then we'll get back to the video in a second. All right, got the photo I wanted. That's all I wanted to do right now. A lot of people ask me, how much does this guy trust his phone mount? And it's held up for me really good. I don't actually have an issue with this phone mount whatsoever. I did notice it's a little bit smaller for these bars compared to the Sur-Ron, but fits good. I still use a little rubber spacers on it. So we've only rode 2.4 miles, and we're at 80.4 volts. If I read the graph correctly, I think 79 volts is 80% battery. So we're close. We're probably at a 83%, or I don't know where we're at, but whoo, little dip. But I'm not a baby. I'm not gonna be in eco mode. I plan to actually ride this bike in sports mode the whole entire time I have it, unless I'm in a parking lot or something. But even then, you can go slower. You don't need to be in eco mode. You can just go slower in sports mode. Oh man, I gotta adjust the suspension. I don't know if there's something I can do. I'm a light rider, and these just hurt. Let's see how much my speedometer is off. It's not off by a crazy amount. It's off by like 5 miles an hour. It's better than some bikes I've seen where they show 59 miles an hour on the display, but they're only doing like 52. I'm not gonna go off-road with this bike yet, and I don't want to ride it too much in the street, only because I don't have a mirror to see people behind me. Because normally I'll just like cruise for a little bit, and then I'll pick it up if I see someone coming behind me. But since I don't know Oh, these people might pull out in front of me. I don't know. Oh, I guess not. They saw me. Let's see if we can repeat history like when I got the Sur-Ron and we got a flat the very first day I rode it, because I was in the bike lane most of the time. Like I said, I'm going to be mentioning the Sur-Ron a lot because that's the bike I can compare this to. These grips on here, like I said, they're not comfortable. Alright, I'm gonna haul ass just in case someone's behind me. Because there's no bike lane over here. I'd have to be in the dirt. I will say, regen braking, holy crap. These brakes feel so much better than the Sur-Ron does. And like I said, it could be because it has regenerative braking when you hit it in sports mode. Actually, I think every mode has it. It's not just sports mode. I think that's on the Sur-Ron where it's only in sports mode. Man, I just don't know if I got a bumpy version or not. So, what I was gonna say about the grips. These grips are bigger, or they feel bigger, or maybe it's just the throttle, since it's just a thumb throttle, and it's making my hands cramp up a little bit. I also feel like I'm holding on to the bars for dear life because there's no grip on the bars, they're plastic, and I just feel like I'm gonna lose them, if that makes sense. I keep forgetting I got like turn signals on me. It's super fun though until you hit a bump. I think that's gonna be my biggest gripe about this bike right now, other than the top speed not being there, which I know they say 60, but it's crap. It isn't 60. But the suspension's lacking. But maybe the Sur-Ron, maybe it just kind of spoiled me with the suspension that the Sur-Ron has. I will take the stock suspension, the stock forks, and everything that people say suck on the Sur-Ron. They say they always change them out for the Fox 40s. And I have no issues with the stock suspension on the road. Oh shit, is that an undercover cop? Probably. Let's go check it out. Damn, I've never seen an undercover cop with a truck like that. Alright, I'm gonna fly past them and see if they do anything. It'd be interesting to get pulled over in a in an ONYX. I'm pedaling. It's funny, they all just stared at me like, hey, what's this guy doing? I swear on this bike, I just don't see people getting pulled over on this bike. I mean, you could, but I just don't see a lot of people getting hassled for a bike like this. It's tiny. It's shorter wheelbase. It's more compact. It has a bigger tire setup. It's not as big as Super 73s or anything like that, but definitely bigger than the Sur-Ron. And got where I was going with that. Done 6 miles. 6 miles. I've heard a lot of people getting cut out on these bikes too. I mean, I haven't experienced it yet, but we're also pretty good on battery. I mean, we haven't really went far. My work is about 6 miles, which is what I'm going to be using this bike for. Oh, I gotta go before they turn. Ooh, these brakes are bad. Okay, I don't mean bad, but they made some noise right now. Yeah, I can definitely tell that my front tire, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it is wobbly. What's up? No, it's an electric bike. Yeah.
We don't need a license to drive.
No, you don't need a license plate. You don't need a motorcycle license, nothing.
How much cost is this one?
It was $4,100, and it goes up to 60 miles an hour.
Okay. And how much?
Here, I'll pull over real quick. Yeah, it was. I think it's like $4,150 plus tax on the website, so I think it comes out to like $4,500.
What is the mileage?
So it varies depending on your riding, but eco mode is about 15 miles an hour. You'll get about 60 to 70 miles on it, but if you're doing like 60 miles an hour the whole time, you only get about 20 miles.
Oh, it's a nice have it 50 miles per hour.
Yeah, oh, it's nice. It keeps up with traffic. It's what I use for work and stuff, you know, to get by. So it's super nice. It's just the suspension's kind of rough. You hit a pothole, you kind of come out of the seat a little bit, but
That's good. That's very nice.
yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Man, people are already loving the ONYX. I think it's the wood cover, and like, I really do think it's the wood cover. That's kind of what got me on it. It just kind of stands out, looks kind of nice. Back what I was saying though, that front tire, I don't know if you can see it in my video. I was trying to lean over a little bit to show, but I don't think you'll see it because my GoPro's a little lower than my helmet. But it's wobbly, and I heard a lot of people complaining about that, saying that you need to take the tire off, deflate it, and kind of even it out. So as we drop voltage, we're only getting about 45, 46. It says we're doing 50, so that's actually pretty close. Where, like I said, I think my speedometer is off about 5 miles an hour. So just keep that in mind if I don't bring my phone with me, because I don't have 2 phone mounts yet. I probably will get one. This guy just trying to stare at the bike or what? It took forever to go through the light. I'll probably get another phone mount, but just in case I don't have it, you'll see it on here and you'll just know it's 5 miles an hour different. Oh man, did this not like detect me? It should have went off already. I should have been able to go. I know it does on the Suron, and this is heavier, so I wonder why it's not letting me go. I hope that's not going to be like an issue and stuff. But man, we're already past like halfway on this battery. 75.3 volts, and it's showing half battery, so that's kind of crazy. I wonder how long I can go until I start getting cut off. It's kind of bad if you think about it overall, because my work is about 6 miles, and that means when I charge my battery, I'm gonna be hauling ass the whole time over there. I'm gonna be on half battery when I get to work. and it comes with a 5 amp charger. 5 amp charger, oh man, it still didn't let me go. The 5 amp charger, it doesn't charge the bike too well. I'm going, fuck this shit. Because the Sur-Ron comes with a 10 amp charger, and with this one being 5, it takes a shit ton longer to charge. Oh, I wanted to go in there, but oh, they're doing COVID testing and stuff like that. But so at my work, what I wanted to mention, like, let's say if you wanted to use this as a daily commuting bike, at work, it's gonna take me forever to charge this bike. Like, it really is. I normally start charging my bike at work on my lunch, and I have 4 hours after that, and that's perfectly fine. It only takes me like an hour. I only use 25% battery when I take my Sur-Ron to work. This one, I'm using half the battery almost, or about, to get to work. And if I have to charge it when it's only half, I want to say this bike, it's a 23 amp hour battery. I didn't get the 41. It's how long? 5.6 hours if it's straight dead. And I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense because it's 5 amp. It's not a 10 amp, or it would be like less than 3 hours or about 3 hours. Anyways, what I was trying to get by that is it's just gonna take forever for me to charge it at work. So I got to make sure I at least have at least 3 hours if it's at half battery, and a little bit longer if I want to let it sit there and balance for a little bit before I take it out. It's still not horrible. It's just maybe, you know, getting the 10 amp charger is worth it, but I mean, for the price you pay for these bikes, I feel like it should come with a 10 amp charger. You know, I think these bikes are awesome. They look awesome. It's a little bit different than what I expected when I got it. I thought it was going to be a little tiny bit bigger. I thought the suspension would be a little better. But I mean, I am glad. I'll just say this. I'm glad that I got my Sur-Ron and didn't wait the whole time to get this, and then never test out the Sur-Ron to see how I liked it. But I think, I swear, I know I love this bike more. Excuse me. I love this bike more when I get more power to it. Doesn't need to be stupid crazy fast, but I feel like it just needs a little bit more juice and it should be fine. Right now I'm just kind of cruising it in the neighborhood. It has a little delay. It reminds me of, I think I rode a RAV power bike, and it has a little throttle delay, so when you hit it, I mean, it moves, but it kind of feels like the torque's not there, and give it like 1 second and then it starts pulling. I'm assuming, you know, ONYX did that for some reason. We're in eco mode. Eco mode's still pulling. .5 volts. It scares me always looking at that voltage that it drops as soon as you like hit it. Like, what the heck? That was kind of weird. I put it in eco mode and then I hit the throttle and we were jamming, and now I'm holding it right now and it ain't going past what, 17, 18. That's what it should do, but that's weird. It's like it had a delay when I went to eco mode where it took a while. Yeah, eco mode's too slow. That's like if you're, I don't know, parked or something. I just love how quiet it is. I love the fact that I don't have to hear that whine noise from the Sur-Ron anymore. And I'm sure you can hear me a lot better now too because of it. And I will say, I know a lot of people say, you know, like it's nice that the Sur-Ron has pegs and all that kind of stuff. And it is nice, but I don't mind putting my feet, you know, one forward, one back on pedals. That's perfectly fine with me. It feels comfortable. It feels like just riding a normal bike. I'm just not pedaling. Perfectly fine with me. It makes me wonder if I want to get a pedal kit for the Sur-Ron. Because I don't jump my Sur-Ron. I don't do none of that crazy stuff. I'm getting too old. Oh, I should mention too, I should have mentioned this a long time ago before we started doing those speed runs, just to kind of see like where the bike topped out at. I weigh 155 and I'm about 5'10". The bike feels comfortable with me. I sit on it perfectly fine. The seat's kind of but same with the Sur-Ron, it's the same thing. It doesn't feel that comfortable. I just wish it had a back support a little bit where it kind of raised up, because it feels like you just slide right off this bike if you don't hold on to the handlebars. All right, let's go on the sports again. Oh yeah, we're moving. Quiet power. I'm a Tesla now. The only bad thing is no one's gonna hear me, and they probably won't see me. Hey, look, I can pedal. That's like the funniest thing to me, I swear. I love it though. Maybe I'll actually pedal here and there and give myself a little workout. It's two different types of bikes. You know what's funny? I get more looks on this than I do the Sur-Ron. I feel like the Sur-Ron, people just think I'm riding a dirt bike on the road, and this one actually looks like a bike. Yeah, this bike definitely gets a lot more looks. Good stuff. Oh, Challenger over there is what, blue and green. All right, we'll probably head back right now. I'm gonna look at my pictures and I want to see what it says on the app. I'm just curious on what the battery actual percentage is. I know not to trust these bars, because a lot of people say once you get down to about 3 bars and you hit sports mode, you start what is it, starts cutting out. That's the last thing I want to deal with. One thing I want to point out too is that this bike makes a lot of noise. I know I mentioned it for like when you hit bumps and stuff, you hear a big like bang, but overall you hear just a lot of like plastic like touching each other, or just weird noises. I don't know if it like comes over video too well, but yeah, I can't wait to get that other throttle on, because this thumb throttle, it really starts hurting. There, I'll keep going down. Ooh, still got to break in the brakes. They feel a little touchy. Overall though, like, you know, you have to give it to ONYX, you know, for creating such a like cool looking bike. I know these are super popular in New York and San Francisco. Oh man, excuse me guys, I feel like I had something in my throat. It's super cool bike nonetheless. I mean, I like it, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna just sell it just because I like my Sur-Ron better. I mean, I kind of modified my Sur-Ron. I kind of made my Sur-Ron, you know, fit me. So if I just did some stuff to this, I'm gonna change out the grips. I need to get a mirror on this side. I need to fix the tire because I could see the tire like wobbling, like it's not balanced right. What else was I gonna say? The seat's kind of uncomfortable, but then again, I've done 11 and a half miles almost on it, and I'm never gonna probably be on the bike that long unless I go riding with one of my buddies, you know, just to go back and forth to work. But I do want to get some more power out of this thing. I at least need the bike to hit 55 miles an hour. That's the reason why I bought this bike in the first place, is because it said it goes up to 60, and I figured, you know, maybe that's for someone that weighs 100 pounds and they were maybe going downhill. So I was like, 55 can't be that hard to reach. But it looks like we're only hitting what, 52 I think we hit on this. Another thing too, I'm getting like splashed with water. That was one thing I wanted to fix on my Sur-Ron right away. So some things I wanted to mention too on this bike before we go, because I'm gonna let you guys go in a second. When I got this bike, check this out. Everyone said, oh, it's the way the seat's stitched, like it's here and it kind of goes in. I mean, maybe it could be the way the seat's stitched, but some people told me once you take the 4 bolts that are under here, pop this off, you'll actually see that when they welded the seat mount, they're always like slightly crooked. And I believe them because I've seen pictures on the group pages. If you look up here too, if you can see it, see like this doesn't line up. This is more forward right here, but this is more back. This is more down on this side. If you can see that, doesn't line up. Another thing too that kind of really actually bugs me, check this out. Can you see that this is already chipped away? I was wondering what happened. I was wondering if it was during shipment, but no, look, when you turn the bike, see if I can get in there, that actually hits the front. It hits more on this side than it does the other side, because like I said, this is not lined up perfectly on both sides. That's a big argument I kind of have. I contacted ONYX about it to see what they say. Just waiting for them to get back to me. I mean, it'd be nice if they can, you know, refund me some money, because it's not perfect and it was a brand new bike when I got it. It's kind of frustrating. Oh, one more thing I wanted to look up. Hold on, let me find it and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I got this from John Angel. We are at 73.9, let's just say 74 volts flat. The bike's been only sitting for 2 or 3 minutes. I just wanted to find this picture real quick. 72 volts is saying 40%. So we're in between here. So we're probably, I want to say, what, 52? Maybe, yeah, about 52%. Maybe, no, maybe 55%. I'm sorry, about 55%. And the battery is showing about half, so it is right. It's kind of accurate. But I mean, that's, to me, that's not much. I mean, yeah, we were in sports mode most of the time and going through some, you know, major roads. We did 11.4 miles and we used about half the battery. It's not terrible, but I don't think that's great. My Sur-Ron can get better than that. I feel like with how I just rode it right now, you're gonna start getting cut off when you're in sports mode and you get down to, I think, 2 or 3 bars. So then you're gonna have to go to normal mode and you're gonna have to ride slower. So you probably will get a little bit more mileage out of this bike. Maybe 25 miles or so seems about right for the mileage that we went. But then you got to be careful. You don't want to go too far on the battery and then it's going to start cutting off on you, and then you have to take this off, slide the cover out, and you actually have to disconnect the battery, turn the battery back on, then the switch will work to reset it, and then you have to stay in eco mode just to try to make it home. I've seen a lot of people pushing these bikes, and I am not about to push a 150-pound bike. I think it's like 145 pounds, but still. So anyway, I just wanted to go over that, a little bit more detailed video. I'll get a video when I take it to work. You can see how my ride is on that. I'm going to be a little sketchy on one of the roads, but I think for right now, the way the power is on this bike, I'm probably going to be staying close to the bike lane for the most part. But all right, guys, I will see you in the next one, and enjoy your guys' days. Take care.